Rundown January 14th. For both of you guys, I apologize if I'm over the top aggressive and mean. Hank can attest to this. I just got off a phone call. Our site, did you guys notice it wasn't working right? Like the file shit was all screwed up. Same thing that happens once a week, maybe twice a week. Same exact issue every time. It's not the DevNest yet. The DevNest is coming in February, whatever. I'm on an email exchange, and I know how to fix it. I don't know anything about technology, but I can see the emails of being like, every time it breaks, you do this to fix it. No one's calling each other to fix it. There's just emails. Finally, I get on the fucking horn and call the tech company, and the guy who was supposed to be fixing it was out to lunch in the middle of this going on. It's like he emailed like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, let me talk to Lenny. Like, oh, Lenny's out to lunch. It's like, I got his superior and went, Hank, did I go ballistic or did I go ballistic?
I can hear you from the front.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Does DevNest Nate realize how like his life is about to change?
I don't know yet.
Because I would say he doesn't, because he's been doing like the tour of the new site for everyone, and so Keith and I did it on Monday, and he was saying, he's like, oh, we're gonna change the site over February 1st, and I was like, oh, so you mean Super Bowl Sunday? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, you know that if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, Dave's gonna want to put 1 million T-shirts on there, and if you fuck with his T-shirts, I actually think he might murder you. Like, not a joke, he'll murder you.
Yeah, that idea, he told me that. I always like, there's no, because I'd kill him. Yeah. I've said it. He's down there. He actually wasn't here, which was a problem when I was screaming. I had the old guy on the phone, like, and I knew he was going to say it. He's like, please don't use that language. I told you, I was like, you fucking fix it. You fucking get this guy.
Wait. A grown man on a business call told you to not use that language?
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
And then I think my response was something like, don't you fucking tell me what the language to use. I was irate, and I knew it was coming, because he's like, can we just step back? And I just say there's no need for, and before he could even say that, I mean, I went bananas. They could hear it in the whole office. Unfortunately, and this is the truth, I feel alive. Like, when I get that mad, that's the best I ever feel. Like, I can take on the world. So that was a rant. I apologize in advance if it leaks over into the rundown, because it's like, not Trent. If I get really mad at you, it's not about you. Okay. I still have that adrenaline, and that's like science. When you get that mad, like, I have extra shit flowing through my veins right now. And by the way, they did fix it. The guy went out to lunch in the middle of like fixing it.
It was the language, clearly. It's like telling a waitress that, you know, you didn't like the food and sending it back.
Maybe in the past I hadn't sworn at him yet. I was trying to get to him to swear at him, and then I got somebody else, and I just went crazy. Anyways, rundown. LeBron pushing David Blatt. Assaulted this man on national TV. I was already writing a blog about how he said he was the most nervous game since his rookie year, game 1. I don't know what that meant. Big Cat, what do you got on this?
So this actual instance needs a little bit of context. I actually do think he was trying to get him away from getting a technical foul, and David Blatt was defending LeBron. But I don't know if you saw my blog today. Basically, their whole team is crumbling. They got players calling plays that, you know, just whatever they're doing, whatever they want to do on the court. Tyronn Lue, the assistant coach, is calling timeouts literally behind David Blatt's back. So this just proves if you give all the power to a player, he'll just walk all over everyone, and then everyone's going to do the same thing and mimic him. And like I said in the blog, Pat Riley deserves even more credit for what he did in Miami, because he held that whole thing together. They don't have a Pat Riley in Cleveland, and you see what's happening.
Trent?
Yeah, and I think at this point, either David Blatt has to quit or you just fire him. And like Big Cat said, you give him that much power, might as well just make LeBron the head coach, give him all the power, because it kind of seems like it's that way anyway. And I think weren't there problems in Miami with Spoelstra, but I think like Big Cat said, he had Pat Riley's backing, so LeBron couldn't really do anything. I think at this point, just make LeBron the coach. He kind of already is anyway.
Yeah, he wouldn't be the coach because he needs somebody to blame. There was a problem with Spoelstra when they were losing, and then the second they started winning, everything's great, and LeBron's the greatest. I mean,
that's my exact point. Blatt and LeBron, how they're dealing with each other right now is almost identical to how Spoelstra and LeBron dealt with each other the first season. But Riley was there, and Riley is the big dick in Miami, and right. LeBron might think he's the best, but you still can't step to Pat Riley. There's no Pat Riley in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, if they start winning, which I still think they probably will, it'll all be hunky-dory, and LeBron will get all the credit, and Blatt will be kind of like a Spoelstra again. So the contacts, blah, 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 he pushed him. He assaulted him. And there's another video I have, which I was going to post. LeBron just does everything. Have you guys seen this new thing on, like, Bleacher Report, like, Uninterrupted? Yeah. It's basically... They must have signed these athletes to make videos behind the scenes, but the videos are basically just PR for the athletes.
I was going to post it too. LeBron described. I still might post it because I got the gif of you and I getting in the cold tub together. LeBron described getting into a cold tub as almost like torture.
And this is what you guys don't see. This is borderline torture.
Yes.
He's a professional athlete. They get paid millions and millions of dollars.
And it was just he's so he's just so oblivious to everything. Everything's about him. You just lost again after you said it was like, by the way, that quote of him being like, I'm as nervous for my first game of my rookie year. That's just insane. Like, why would you say that?
Yeah, didn't he say it's the first game back when he started playing for Cleveland is like the biggest game in the history of the world?
Yeah, and then he loses, and it's like he doesn't even care, and he's making a video of himself in the bathtub. He's just, after you just basically almost got thrown in prison by the Arizona State Police for assaulting your coach. It's just crazy. Kurt Busch, this is wild, gave testimony in which he, I guess, honestly believes that his ex-girlfriend is like Jason Bourne. A couple like funny quotes. Zero Dark 30 was like based on her. She flies around the world killing people. She owns Washington was another great quote. My point on this, which I thought was weird, is she actually like was defending her. She's like, he's just trying to ruin my reputation. When in fact, who does it? Like, that's a great reputation. If that's you, that's like awesome. But Trent, what do you got here?
I'm not saying what he said is true, but isn't her defending it lend some credence to? I know it's probably not true, but her defending it makes me want to believe that it's true. That she's just going all over the place, showing up in blood splattered robes. Like that's what I want to believe because that would be more fun. But I think they're both just equally crazy, is what it comes down to.
Big Cat.
Kurt Busch has to be the dumbest motherfucker alive. Like it couldn't be more apparent that. Getting some dick on the side, and you're just lapping up these lies. Did you read the part where he's like, "Oh, we were in a hotel in Texas, and she just walked out in full camo"? That's not what spies do. That's not how it works. You're not like a CIA spy on vacation, like, "Oh shit, gotta go kill someone. Gonna throw on some camo. I'll be back in a few hours," and then comes back with blood on her. Come on, Kurt, be better. Like that, she's getting fucked on the side, dude.
It's an amazing story, amazing testimony, amazing all the way around. Nancy Grace first 2 Chainz talking about pot. This went viral.
So this is nothing to really argue about. These people are imbeciles. Okay. You can't use this case to define the whole community.
I got a problem. As successful as you are, as rich as you are, as famous as you are, with this. Smoking California weed with California whores. Excuse me. True. I left that one out. Smoking California weed with California hoes. True.
I'll start with you, Big Cat.
Laugh out loud funny. Nancy Grace, like you could just see the two Americas colliding. Like all of middle America, like all these soccer moms sitting at home with the big black guy like talking to them. And I don't know if you guys saw the little nuances of the conversation. The hashtag, like tot for pot or something, or like
Yeah.
Pot to blame with like the number 2. Just all of it was perfect. Nancy Grace is psycho, right?
Yeah. Has to be.
All right, Trent.
Oh well, yeah, she has to be psycho, and I love how you can tell that they just wanted to bring on some big black rapper and talk to him about pot, and then he starts talking about creating reasonable doubt and using alcohol as an argument, and she just switches the subject to him being just a rapper and how pot is terrible. It was great seeing that you knew Nancy Grace brought him on for a certain reason, and he just completely took it the other way. But yeah, she's got to be a psycho.
Yeah, I don't watch Nancy Grace. I always get confused like Nancy Drew. And is there an author also with the last name Grace?
Isn't Nancy Drew like the like girl detective?
That's a book series.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Grace? Is there a famous white lady Grace?
You mean Gracie Tracy?
Maybe I confused Nancy Drew and Gracie Tracy.
You've got Gracie Tracy, a book series, and like a professional troll all in your brain. That's Noodle City right there.
The truth of the matter is, if Nancy Grace before this video and 2 Chainz, either one of them could have slapped me in the face, I would have had no idea who either of them were. Tony Romo, now, good or bad, Tony Romo loses. There's this picture of him in a Twitter that he collapsed in his mother's arms crying after the game. He's wearing one of those soccer Cowboys scarves. It's very Romo to me. I don't know what I'd think if I was a Cowboys fan. Big Cat?
I love it. I actually, we blame guys all the time for going on vacation or not caring or like partying right after a loss. That's how you want your guy to react, right? I mean, yeah, like that's raw emotion there. I don't know what else to say besides that's how I want my quarterback to be.
Trent?
No, that's it. That's exactly it. You don't want a guy just the next day after losing, you don't want him snapping vacation pictures and showing, oh, I'm just having a good time with my smoking hot wife. You want to see him collapsing on the ground. And it was kind of weird that it was his mom, but then maybe that makes it all the better.
Yeah, and that I agree with everything you guys said. I mean, and I've been the first to criticize when Boston athletes are seen partying like the night or day after a season-ending crushing loss. I don't know. Crying in your mother's arms is where it got a little weird. The wife, maybe, like with your kids, like collapsing to your mother is just Romo-y to me, like marshmallow-y.
Yeah, but she probably, how like only a mom can. Like she probably was like, "Oh, Tony, we still love you," or like, you're still number 1 in our eyes. Like she probably said a classic mom thing that just brought out like way too many emotions.
Yeah. Again, the mother part for me was Romo-y. Ray Lewis.
Trent's a Cowboys fan, by the way. If you're talking about Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
You're a Cowboy fan?
100%.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Why?
The real reason I born in the 90s or born in 89, grew up while they were super good, hopped on the bandwagon and never got off.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Live and learn.
Spags is too.
I knew Spags was.
Yeah, it's an odd couple. I love it. I love the 2 Cowboys fans on staff.
Speaking of odd couples, somebody told me your handicapping team gave out both Butler like -7 and Seton Hall yesterday. Like the same game, they gave both sides.
The Tout Boys did?
Yeah. The Tout Boys.
I did one. I only picked one game a night, and I had Butler, but that's classic Tout Boys.
Somebody tweeted me, said that like the Tout Boys are on both sides of the same game. Ray Lewis, I don't know. He was on Stephen A. Smith. I just see the Vine we posted.
Just being honest, the only reason we know who Tom Brady is because of a tuck rule.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He said that Tom Brady, the only reason people know who he is because of the tuck rule, and then he threw in just being honest. Like, I guess he's being serious. This is the dumbest thing maybe ever said by anybody. Trent?
I don't know why, I don't know the context of it, but why I don't know why he would say it, because Tom Brady, clearly that's not why he's famous. And why is Ray Lewis saying this now? It seems very... I'm having a hard time comprehending why he would even say something like that, to be completely honest.
Big Cat?
Ray Lewis still thinks he's on the Ravens. It's clear as day. He thinks that he is like on the Baltimore Ravens, and he takes the loss the exact same way as if he was still on it. So he's saying shit like this. And now the problem is he's got a microphone in his face all the time, and Ray Lewis is a dumb motherfucker. So if you just let him talk, the odds are he's going to say something really stupid that makes no sense.
He almost could have gotten away with it if he didn't say just being honest at the end. That was, to me, like, what? Sticking with stuff that I guess it shouldn't be surprising. Rex Ryan today, he's toned it down just a tiny, tiny bit. He hasn't guaranteed the Super Bowl, but everything else was straight out of a Rex Ryan press conference. Like, they're back. I wish we had a Buffalo office because we'd be selling bully shirts with the Bills B. That's gold. He says they're going to be bullies, guaranteed the playoffs. It's Rex 101. What, Big Cat?
Sell them anyway. Who are you? Are you living in Banana Land right now? When does it ever stop you from selling a T-shirt?
To who?
To Buffalo.
I don't even think they afford. I mean, like, we'd have to sell them at Buffalo prices, like $4.
It's like $10 for a shirt, and you get a free cup of soup too.
Trent, what do you got on this?
I would just say I'd be concerned if I was Buffalo. I want guaranteed Super Bowl Rex Ryan, because the Jets. I mean, they did all right when he was doing that. And I mean, they made it to a couple AFC championships. So for him to start backtracking on that now, I don't know. That seems like a bad sign to me.
Big Cat?
Kevin nailed it in his blog. Once you lose fat, cocky Rex Ryan, you lose like that extra piece that he had to him where he will say he was going to win a Super Bowl on day one. I will say this, though. I don't know why everyone gets on Rex for winning the press conference. That's just a savvy move, because if you don't win the press conference and you don't get the media on your side, they'll tear you to shreds. So Rex is just being smart. That's why he lasted, or not why he lasted, but maybe a piece of why he lasted in New York for so long when his team stunk. The media loved him.
1,000% you got to win the press conferences. If you're not going, let me put it this way: if you're not going to win games, you better win the press conference. Rex hasn't exactly combine those two, but he does win the press conference. Your boy Mark Davis eating at Hooters. You requested that this be added to the rundown. What do you got on Mark Davis?
I think I'm like falling in love with Mark Davis. He is such an enigma. He's flying Southwest. He's getting his haircut like he's like a 12-year-old poor person. He's going to Hooters after he signs Jack Del Rio as his new coach. And he owns a professional sports franchise. None of those things really match up, and there's Mark Davis doing them all.
Trent?
Yeah, I like it. Man of the people, just billionaire owner, but he's still eating at Hooters and flying Southwest like the rest of us, I guess. I don't know. It's fucking weird. If I had that much money, I wouldn't do that, but...
The Raiders, I've said this once, I've said 1,000 times. I don't know what I think of this guy. I loved his dad. I loved Al Davis. And to be honest, I wish the Raiders were like the Raiders of old. I feel like the world is a better place when the Raiders are the team that's, personal fouls, you're scared to play. The Oakland, like the what do they call the Oakland? The black hole is like people getting murdered in there. Like that is one of the things. In a weird way, it's like Notre Dame. You kind of want them to be in the mix in college football. It's just something. Things are going well when the Raiders are the villain. Everyone needs a villain. The Raiders are the villain of the NFL. I'd like to have them back, so I'm rooting for them. I think Jack Del Rio will be a step in the right direction. They haven't had a real coach in forever. Last one, this Winnipeg's Jets fan.
Brian Munzer filled in so well while I was at the World Junior and has left the radio broadcast booth.
I'm hoping neither of you guys burst my bubble and be like, this is old, or this guy does this every game, because this was unbelievable. I don't know who this guy was. Are you guys gonna burst my bubble and be like, yeah, this is the gimmick guy that does it every Jets game? Trent?
I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna say that I think it was set up and fake. I think it was just too perfect. He was standing up. He looks like someone that would kill it on the Jumbotron. He's throwing popcorn. It looked a little too perfect for me, so I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm pretty sure that was a
You're
setup.
probably right. Big Cat?
Yeah, Columbus has a guy like this too, the fat guy who pours beer on himself. I don't know. It just kind of sucks that people you always say you can't create viral. And so when they try to do that, it just makes me skeptical of everyone now. They kind of ruin it for everyone else.
Agreed. I mean, I thought this, even if it was staged, I still thought it was fairly good, but you guys are probably right. All that shit is generally too good to be true because you capture them too quickly. So, but whatever. Hopefully we can live with it, be real. That's the rundown. I have a side note question. I have a video. Do you guys think Funny or Die is funny?
Every now and then.
Yeah. They get some, yeah, when they hit it, they do it right. Yeah, some of it.
It's impossible to make those type of videos and hit home run every time because it's just like, they're scripted and it's like, all right. So sometimes they're really, really funny, but a lot of times they suck.
Yeah.
Why?
They sent us like a thank you card today, like a big one. It said thank you for being funny in like 2014. They called me comrade, dear comrade. Thank you for being funny in 2014. Like here's to being funny in 2015.
That's got to get your pirate senses up.
Oh, I made a press conference already. I just ripped the thing to shreds. We're not comrades. We're competitors. I don't think they're funny. I don't think they're funny. I do not think they're funny.
At all?
I don't think if Will Ferrell didn't start it, no one would know who the fuck they are.
Galifianakis, when he does his Two Ferns stuff, that's funny.
Oh, Two Ferns is funny, but I mean, that's once in a blue moon. How many videos are they putting out?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you said, hey, Barstool, you have access to A-list celebrities to make videos, I mean, we'd fucking, in like RBI Baseball 1 in Nintendo, when you hit a home run and it goes into like the fireworks, like it's so far out of the stadium, we do that every time.
Nothing better than that feeling. When it's gone before you even basically press the button.
It goes like a million miles. It would go out of 30 stadiums lined up together. That's how far the ball goes out. It goes like over the fireworks. That's what I mean. You have access to the funniest people in the world. Can you be funny? Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you getting your steam out before we started because you actually weren't mean at all.
No,
you were pretty resigned. Yeah.
Yeah, I was mean to Funny or Die. We're not going to be on their Christmas list anymore. I'll tell you that. Like,
so it was just a card.
Yeah, is it like a company card or was it like personally like?
No, they didn't even fucking sign the thing. It was like this big card. I mean, it was like this big, and it said like "thank you."
That doesn't.
And then there was a letter that said, "Comrade, thank you for being funny in 2014. We look forward to you being funny in 2015." Like sign the marketing department with no signature.
If you either send a gift or you send a card with cash in it. A card without cash in it is the most insulting thing you can give someone.
I agree, and there's probably dumbass websites out there. That's a Trojan horse. Do not think like I'm just gonna let my guard down. They go, we're buddy with Funny or No, we're not. We're at war with you, motherfuckers.
Knowing their budget, I'd light that card on fire. Who's to say there isn't a bug in it?
I ripped the thing to shreds.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's worth like $100 million. He could at least send like a $5.
Tracking device or something.
And what's Will Ferrell doing with websites, anyways?
When you're that rich, you just do what like someone just comes to you and they're like, "Hey, you wanna like kind of own this website, and you only have to work 1 hour a week, and I'll give you a check for like $1 million at the end of the year." And he goes, "Yeah."
And I think the perception of Funny or Die is like it's like the greatest site ever.
It is. That's why it's not fucking funny. It's stupid. Right. They have Two Ferns is funny. Will Ferrell's, I mean, a really funny guy. I like Will Ferrell. But the majority of the shit, like, they put out something. This is what they put out, like, a text conversation between Brady and Edelman. It was not fucking funny, and people just sending it around because it's Funny or Die.
Oh, those, that's what sucks about the internet. Like those fake Facebook QB things.
Yeah.
Or they'll do, like, email inboxes of famous people.
When those things go viral, like I just want to quit. I want to quit the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them being funny, but it was like, I think it was like Edelman asking Brady, like, did Giselle like talk about my throw? Like, that's so stupid. Like, get that stupid shit out of my face. Boston.com, you stink too. That would be like Boston.com sending me a card, be like, thank you for being funny in 2004. Shut up. That's just like. No.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good show.